Hello learners, in this video we will walk through the code of SQL query using Python. So first we need to import all the necessary libraries SQLite 3s. The second library we will import pandas because it's including all these panel data while executing the query. I'll run this query on Google Colab. So how to open Google Colab? Just type Colab Google on Google. You will find Google Colab here and log in using your credentials and just create a new file, new notebook from here. So I have imported these SQLite as giving the alias name for this library and giving the PD for this pandas, and just alt enter to execute this query. Now the next query I am going to run here is from google.colab import files. If I want to import any file from my PC, I'll write this code file is equal to files dot upload, because I want to upload the file from my PC. It will show choose file to browse the file from my PC. I'll select the file location. So this is the file location of my dataset, database.sqlite. So you will have the dataset of SQLite extension, then choose this file in your Colab file. So it's uploading here. It will take time near about 10 to 15 minutes because till it's 100%, so then only you will be able to execute next commands. For that I have already uploaded this file here, so I have done all these 100%. So once it is 100%, you can continue with other queries. Now I am writing con is equal to s.connect database.sqlite to establish dialog between the database file and your Colab library. It is having connection between these two fundamentalites. So now it is going to print table created successfully, and I'm going to print all these tables consisting in this dataset database.sqlite. So it will show SQLite star from SQLite underscore master. This is the general query to print all these tables residing in the given dataset. So you can see player, extra runs, batsman, betting style, bowling or outcome. These are all table names. You can choose any table name to run further query. So player match also, how many tables are there? 27 tables are there. Then I run this, assign a variable p pd.read SQL minimum SQL star from city. City is the table name of my file. So I'm going to print all these attributes from this city. Okay, so this city is having city ID, city name, city ID. So once, if you will not write this print p, all these attributes will not print on the screen. Now I'm going to write one more code here, like info capital P pd dot info capital P. Okay, so it's not working, just skip that. So right now I am having table1 dot info. Okay, and suppose it is like, what is the table name here? It is, table name is city dot info or capital P dot info. I'm going to command this line and just print P information of this table. So it's consisting 3 columns, so it's showing city ID, city name and country ID with the certain data type. And how many null values are there? Non-null values are there 29, because it's going 0 to, you can see index 0 to 9, 0 to 29. So it's having 29 non-null values. Similarly, we can have, I'm going to run this query. So pd.read underscore SQL will read your query, your data SQL query from certain file. Let's say this time we are taking match winner along with where clause, and then select all these columns from match table. Here we are having table name match. I'm going to assign this query into the t variable and then print this t variable. So it's showing all these team1, team2, outcome, winner, match1 and so on. Suppose I'm going to print certain columns only, like outcome type, comma, match ID only. So it will print only 2 columns consisting match winner value 1. So along with connection CONN, we are going to assign this t variable and then print on the screen. Similarly, we can have the another queries. Control V and then where match equal to 1, AND operator will also work here, A and D AND operator, and let's say match ID Control V is greater than, let's take any value 980944. It should be greater than match ID as well. So both condition will be true. This certain rows will be printed on the screen. Here is the output. Outcome type is 1, alright, match ID, and winner match ID. Now I want to print match winner also. So I'm going to print comma match winner, also match ID as a column, so separated by match ID. So it's showing the first condition, match winner is having value 1, match ID which is greater than 98094, all these values are greater than 98094, and showing all these 4 columns 1 2 3 4. Similarly, if you want to check the information of this table, I'll just copy the table name or just give the t.info. let's see, it's giving the certain output. So it will also support the nested queries. So select minimum city from. So before that we just check what is the minimum query here. I just take separately, Control V, and just check, select what is the minimum value of this match ID inside the dataset. So it is minimum value match ID from match winner and no where clause. Let's see what's the output here. I am deleting this command also, no need to write this. Alright, so the minimum value is 335987. Let's cross check. Yes, it is the minimum value inside the dataset. Similarly, if I want to check the maximum value in the match ID, I can select this match ID value, or I want to check the average value. For that I will have AVG, average value of this match ID in the entire data set. Alright, similarly we can have the nested condition. Alright, so I want to select star from match winner, where match winner equal to minimum city from city. This city is belonging to the next table, whereas this match winner is the table number 1, it is table number 2. So now combining these two tables, I am going to throw an output. So it's going to extract all these columns which is satisfying match winner is equal to. So before that we have seen that what's the minimum value of this city ID. Let's run this code again in the separately to find out the output of this single query. So it will show minimum, select minimum city ID from city. What is the minimum value of city ID inside that city table? That will print out on the screen. So I am going to extract city minimum value of city ID, it's 1. So here in this table, in this query, we will have where value as a 1. So this whole value will goes to the 1. Why 1? Because we are having minimum value of city ID 1, and this would be where condition, where match winner is equal to 1. So once it will be equal to 1, so it will just satisfy the value and just print the relevant rows on the screen. We can see that match winner is equal to these rows are only printed on the screen. Now we can have the minimum value. We have seen where condition also work for the different. Let's check for another table also. We are having so many tables like season. This time I am going to take this season value. This season team 1. Okay, so I'm going to print all these season columns. Yes, orange cap are this one. So I can include one more query where orange underscore cap is greater than 46. So I want to print only these rows those are having 46 orange cap value greater than 46. Yeah, here it is. So I am having all these orange cap where those are having value greater than 46, greater than 46. This is how we run all these SQL query. Okay, thank you very much. Happy learning.